Today we are going to be working on a hexagon. The yarn that I am using is the Must Be Merino Aran Blush Peach. It is a 4-weight and it is 50% merino, 25% acrylic, 25% nylon. Now this yarn is going to be discontinued sadly, but I just wanted to show you some of my Hobby Lobby stash yarn that I got for $1.74. Let's take that off. Now, how do I want to do this today? Do I want to try this? I have been told, actually by, look, it makes a donut, you guys. It's like it makes a donut. What? Okay, I have been told that if you do this with your skein of yarn, you can reach out and just pull out that middle. So I'm gonna try it. I'm prepared. Here, I'm gonna put this around here just so it's not snagging on anything, getting in the way. Okay, I'm gonna reach in here. What? No way. Okay, I saw this on a Bernat yarn wrapper and I thought, no way, but apparently way. Okay. Well, now that we've all been astounded and amazed, let me show you how to make a hexagon. Before we go any further, let me introduce myself. My name is Ginger. I am the Yarn Geek, and welcome to my yarn and crochet channel. There are several ways you can start out in the middle. The way, oh, look at that, Must Be Merino. It's very, very loose. Hope it's not going to be too splitty when I'm trying to show you guys this. Okay, so I make a magic circle when I start out my hexagons, and the way that I do that, this is the way I do it. I wrap it around like this. So it's kind of, wrapped around. Then I bring my hook in there and pull it up. And then I pull this little string out of there just to make sure it's going to be easy to pull. And then I am just going to chain one, and I'm going to pull that a little tight, just so, well, not tight, but not as loose, so I can crochet my 6 single crochets in there. So crochet 6 single crochets, and I'm going to go really slow. So if you've never seen a single crochet before, oops. You know what? When I try to go slow, it makes it make no sense to my hands, to my muscle memory. Okay, there we go. There's number 2. Let's get that 3rd one. There's number 3. Number 4. Number 5. And number 6. Now with that magic knot, this is the magic part. All you got to do is pull that tight, just like that. And it makes a nice tight little circle. And then you can either leave this part hanging out, or you can bring it in and crochet under, but let me show you how I do that. Okay, so once you've got your 6 single crochets, you're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet and just slip stitch right in there. Oops. Okay, got my slip stitch. Oops, I need to go through that one too. Okay, I'm going to slip stitch into that first single crochet. Okay, I'm going to slip stitch into that first single crochet. Okay, and I'm just going to leave this back hanging out there. We can weave that in later. If you like to crochet it underneath your stitches, that's fine too. Okay, I'm going to chain one. And now a lot of people will start their round right there in that stitch they slip stitched into. I go to the next one over. And it makes it to where this where you go onto another row, it makes the row join less visible. And it makes it a little interesting looking. I don't like to ever do a continuous round. That's where you don't have a join, you just keep going around and around, because I lose track of the count. But if you've got a good way to keep track of the count of the rounds, then by all means, do a continuous join, or do continuous rounds. But I like to join. So I joined on that first single crochet. Now I'm going to single crochet 2 into that second single crochet from the hook. And of course I am using my handy dandy Furls Streamline wood hook. Actually, it's one of many Streamline Furls wood hooks I've got. I love this hook so much. Okay, so how many stitches have we got so far of single crochet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we need a total of 12 because we're putting 2 single crochets into each single crochet. So here is the last single crochet. So we're putting 1, 2, that's 10. So now you may be saying, there's no stitches left to crochet into. So what I do is I go into this. This right here is where we joined with a slip stitch, the end of row 1 to the beginning, the end of round 1 to the beginning of round 1. So I'm going to treat that like a single crochet, and I'm going to put 2 single crochets in that. And we're still putting 2 crochets in every single crochet and increasing the number going around by 2. We just kind of slid it over 1 stitch. Okay, so we're going to join the end of round 2 to the beginning of round 2. So slip stitch, chain 1, and once again we're not working into that first stitch that you slip stitched in. We're going into that second stitch, second single crochet from the hook. So in this one we're going to single crochet 2 into that first stitch, and 1 into the next stitch, 2 into the next stitch, and 1 into the next stitch. Oops. 2 into the next stitch, and 1 into the next stitch, 2 into the next stitch, and 1 into the next stitch. Oops. 2 into the next stitch, I'm still blown away by this, you guys. And 1 into the next stitch, and we're going on our last 3 stitches here. So we're going to single crochet 2 into that last stitch, and then we're going to put 1 single crochet right into that join stitch. Not the one that we slip stitched into, but into that actual slip stitch. Okay, so we have, and the reason I don't like to crochet this under is because sometimes it starts to come loose. Unless you find a way to secure this when you crochet under it beforehand, I would just leave it out. And for the time being right now, especially if you're a beginner, just go ahead and leave it out, because then you can weave it in later. Okay, so we've made round 1, 2, and 3. So we're going on to round 4. And let me tell you, okay, the first round we had 6 single crochets. The next round we had 12 single crochets. The third round we have 18 single crochets. So you can tell by your round how many stitches you should have. So say you lose count and you know you started out with 6 stitches, and with each new round you add 6 more stitches. So it's just a matter of multiplication or addition. Yes, we do use our math after 6th grade. Okay, so if we had 18 stitches on this round, the next round we're going to have 24 stitches. Okay, so I'm going to slip stitch into that first, into that first single crochet right there. Slip stitch that, and then I'm going to chain 1, and that chain 1 is where we've been putting our last stitch into the round. And then, since we slip stitched in that first stitch, the second stitch is where we're going to put 2 single crochets, and then the next 2 stitches we're going to just single crochet into each of these next 2 stitches. So each repeat will have 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches. And you'll be able to tell you're on the right track because you will be crocheting into the top of that second. See how there's 2 crochet stitches in that stitch? You'll be crocheting into the top of the second one. Okay, so 1, 2 stitches in one, and then 1 stitch in each of the next 2 stitches. Two single crochets in that one, and then 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And we are on round 4 right now. Another cool thing is each of the repeats will be the number of the round. So this is round 4, and the number of stitches in the repeat is 4. This is solid gold, you guys. Now, for those of you who know how to do this, it's like, yeah. We already know that. But you know, there may be somebody out there who is watching this and has never made a hexagon ever. And that is why, my dear friends, I am completely just talking about all the things that I know about this while I'm making it. Okay, so we're on the last one. Oh, you guys, let's see. Oh yeah, the next 2 stitches. So single crochet into that last stitch, and then single crochet into that join, into that chain or that slip stitch where we joined, not into the stitch that we slip stitched into, but into that slip stitch. Okay, so we have 24 stitches there. Now we're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet of that round, and see how it's turning into a hexagon all by itself. And it's kind of hard to see where I joined, isn't it? Okay. Now we're going to chain 1 and 2 single crochets into the second stitch from the hook. And this time we are going to single crochet once into the next 3 stitches, and that will be the new 5-stitch repeat for round 5. So single crochet 2, then single crochet 3, then single crochet 2 into 1 stitch, single crochet 1 stitch into the next 3 stitches, single crochet 2 stitches, single crochet 3 stitches, two stitches, single crochet 3 stitches, two stitches. Oh, sounds like somebody was going outside. And then 3 stitches. Oops, a little bit of fuzz there. Now, since this is the 5th round, you should have 5 in each repeat, and you know 5 times 6, because that's what we started out with. You have 30 stitches in round 5. Okay. And can you see the join? The join's not super visible. It's not quite invisible, but it's not super visible either. Okay, let's do a couple more rounds. So slip stitch into that first stitch, chain 1, and then 2 single crochets into the second stitch from the hook. And now we're going to single crochet 1 into the next 4 stitches. And then we're going to Single crochet 2 into that one, and 1 into the next 4 stitches. So see, it's kind of got a nice little pattern going. I do love this yarn. It is a little splitty though, but that would not stop me from using it. I really love this yarn. Okay, 2 single crochets into that stitch, and then 1 single crochet into the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're coming to our last repeat, so we will single crochet 2 into that first stitch, and then we're going to single crochet into the top of the next 3 stitches, and then put our 4th one right into that, the top of that slip stitch. Okay, now we're going to join it to the top of the first stitch, chain 1, single crochet 2, single crochet 2 into that second stitch from the hook, and single crochet 1 into the next 5 stitches. So there's 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then slip stitch to that first stitch of the round. So can you see the little hexagon starting to form? And it is very kind of difficult to see where that hexagon is being made. That's why I like doing it this way. Whoop. scraps. I don't know what doing it this way is called because I've never seen anybody do it this way before. You can just call it the Yarn Geek join. How about that? I like the sound of that. Although if somebody else has already done this, you know, then I'll call it by that. But until I know it, I am not going to call it by that. I'm going to call it the Yarn Geek join. So there we go, little hexagon. And this is one of my favorite shapes to make. This makes a great bottom of a basket or a bag, makes a great coaster, makes a great pot holder. Just knowing how to make this shape can be the gateway to many, many Christmas gifts. Coasters and pot holders are indeed great gifts. And, you know, just whatever your imagination can decide to make for you. Okay, you guys, thanks for watching. I hope you had fun making a hexagon if you've never made one before. And if you've made one before but have learned a new way to join, that's cool too. If all of this is a repeat, still, let me know. Let me know how I did at showing other people how to make a hexagon. All right, you guys. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please, let's see. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please click that like button and hit that subscribe button. Oh, if you enjoyed this tutorial, if you learned something from this tutorial, please click that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss a second of yarny fun. Oh yeah, and don't forget to share this with somebody who might want to learn how to crochet a hexagon. Okay, you guys, have a wonderful night. Love you. Bye.